14 huge Coronation Street spoilers for next week. Welcome back, Coronation Street fans. Get ready for an exciting week ahead as we dive into 14 sensational spoilers for October 7th to 11. Next week, we'll witness a thrilling twist as Carla's bond with DS Lisa Swain takes an unexpected romantic turn, leaving fans eager to see what unfolds. Meanwhile, Jesse Chadwick makes a surprise comeback to check in on Gail, stirring up emotions and intrigue. But that's not all. Tensions rise as Mason threatens to create a rift between Yasmin and Stu, and Bethany finally returns to the UK after her harrowing experience abroad. Join us as we unpack these juicy moments and more in our detailed guide. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for all the latest updates and exclusive content. Let's jump into the drama. 1. Carla faces danger at the factory. Carla finds herself in court to address ABH charges, stemming from the incident where she knocked a young thug off his bike. During the proceedings, she encounters Tom, the father of the boy involved. As tensions rise, Carla holds her ground, but Tom remains unyielding, trailing her back to Underworld in a fit of rage. Just how perilous is her situation? 2. Carla's friendship with Lisa could turn to more. Lisa arrives and interrupts the row, much to Carla's relief. As they have a heart-to-heart, Carla is left confused by a tender moment with Lisa. She feels a spark of chemistry but isn't sure whether Lisa feels the same way. Later in the week, Carla tells Lisa that they need to talk. 3. Paul's final messages are revealed. Summer, Bernie, and Gemma gather to hear Billy read out Paul's final wish list. The notes confirm that Paul has left his VHS tapes to Bernie, a hoodie to Gemma, a special mug to Summer, all his love to Billy, and a special message for Kit. 4. Gail sells up to help Bethany. David confirms to Shona that Gail has taken out a bridging loan to pay for Bethany's medevac flight home from Turkey. As Gail will need to recoup some of her losses, she's now more determined than ever to sell the Platt house. 5. Daniel heads to see Bethany. Daniel confides in Ken as he waits for Bethany's return to the UK. He expresses his fears that he's to blame for making Bethany feel insecure about her body image. Later, Daniel heads to visit Bethany, but Sarah tries to intervene and claims that he's not welcome. What will Bethany's stance be? 6. Sarah discovers the truth about Damon. Adam confides in Daniel about the secret stash of money that Damon highlighted in a bid to help Bethany. Later in the week, Adam comes clean to Sarah about the voicemail from Damon and how the bad boy wants to pay Bethany's medical bills. Sarah decides to call Damon in prison to find out more. 7. Kit makes concerning discoveries. As Kit delves into Joel's laptop during the police investigation, he uncovers some shocking files that leave him deeply unsettled. The detective realizes the gravity of the situation and quickly reaches out to Lisa to share his alarming findings. This unexpected discovery raises urgent questions about what really happened to Joel and sets off a wave of concern among those involved. Later in the week, Kit opens up about his frustrations, acknowledging that he's hit a wall in piecing together the mystery of Joel's disappearance. Despite his best efforts, the investigation isn't yielding the breakthroughs he had hoped for. With mounting pressure and uncertainty, fans are left wondering if the crucial information that could crack the case wide open will finally come to light. 8. Hope turns nasty with Ruby. Hope is still vaping behind everyone's back, keeping it a closely guarded secret, with Ruby being the only one in the loop. While Hope tries to project an image of having kicked the habit, her actions tell a different story. This hidden struggle adds an extra layer of tension to their friendship. As Ruby finds herself caught in the middle, Hope's reliance on vaping not only shows her internal conflict, but also raises concerns about how her choices might affect her relationship with those around her. The stakes are high when Hope warns Ruby about the serious consequences she'll face if she spills the beans to Fizz and Tyrone. This threat creates a palpable tension between the two friends, as Ruby is torn between loyalty to Hope and the potential fallout from keeping such a significant secret. As Hope navigates this tricky situation, viewers are left wondering how long she can maintain this facade and what will happen if the truth finally comes out. 9. Hope's habit sparks possible danger. Mrs. Crawshaw meets up with Fizz and Tyrone to discuss Hope's recent bad behavior. Hope promises that she has given up vaping, but is secretly disappointed when Mrs. Crawshaw confirms she can return to school after being suspended. Later, Hope stuffs a vape back in the sideboard when she's interrupted, and she fails to notice smoke coming from the drawer. Ruby is due home from school. Could she be in danger amid the fire risk? 10. Yasmin is confronted over Mason. Yasmin continues to support Mason, joining Stu in wishing the teenager luck as he heads off for a college course. Later in the week, Eileen confronts Yasmin and Stu in the cafe and expresses her disapproval over their decision to give Mason a chance. Alone with Yasmin, Eileen suggests that she shouldn't let Stu bully her into having Mason as part of their lives. 11. Mason's brother poses a menacing threat. Mason is unsettled when he spots his brother Logan watching him from his car. Stu rushes over and tries to speak to Logan, who immediately speeds off. Later, Stu and Yasmin find that somebody has thrown a brick through their window. Stu reveals that Logan could be to blame, as he'd been trying to pressure Mason into taking part in a robbery. Could this be the final straw for Yasmin? 12. Jesse Chadwick returns. Eileen's ex-partner Jesse makes a surprising return to Weatherfield, but it quickly becomes clear that his focus isn't on Eileen. Instead, he's come back to check on Gail, who has been through a lot recently with the news surrounding Bethany. This unexpected visit raises eyebrows among the locals, especially since Jesse's history with Eileen adds an intriguing layer to the story. The dynamics of past relationships are in play as everyone wonders what Jesse's intentions truly are. As Gail catches up with Jesse, she takes the opportunity to share more about their connection. She reveals that they first met years ago while on a trip to Thailand, and their friendship has endured over time. This revelation adds a new dimension to Jesse's visit, suggesting that there might be unresolved feelings or unfinished business between him and Gail. The audience can't help but feel the weight of history as they recall the years that have passed since their first encounter. Jesse's reappearance not only stirs up old memories, but also invites questions about how this will impact the relationships among the characters. Eileen, who may have thought she was over her past with Jesse, now faces the reality of his presence and the emotions it brings up. With Gail's life taking center stage and Jesse's motivations still unclear, viewers are left eager to see how this storyline will unfold and what it means for the characters moving forward. 13. Jesse shares his intentions. Gail's family can't help but feel puzzled by Jesse's return to town. They have plenty of questions and mixed feelings, unsure of what his intentions might be. However, Shona steps in, advocating for a more open-minded approach. She encourages Sarah and David to give Jesse a fair chance, reminding them that sometimes people come back for good reasons. Shona's perspective adds a fresh layer of understanding, as she emphasizes the importance of not jumping to conclusions without hearing Jesse out. Later, when Jesse meets up with his old friend Steve for a casual pint, he finally starts to share the real reasons behind his visit. This moment provides a chance for him to be candid and shed light on the situation. As he opens up, it becomes clear that there's more to his return than just a friendly visit. He has some serious matters on his mind that he needs to discuss. This conversation not only reveals Jesse's true intentions, but also sets the stage for potential changes in the dynamics among the characters, leaving everyone intrigued about what lies ahead. 14. Nick seeks answers from Toya. Shona senses that Nick is feeling a bit lost after his brief affair with Toya and decides it's time for him to get some clarity. She encourages him to reach out and figure out where he truly stands with her. Shona understands that unresolved feelings can linger and create confusion, so she pushes Nick to confront the situation rather than letting it fester. It's a good reminder that open communication is essential, especially when emotions are involved. Taking Shona's advice to heart, Nick decides to visit Toya at Victoria Court. He knows that avoiding the conversation won't do him or Toya any favors, and the weight of their past connection is too significant to ignore. When he arrives, there's an undeniable tension in the air as they both realize that they need to have an honest conversation about what happened. Nick's determination to address the situation shows growth. He's ready to take responsibility for his feelings and find some resolution. As they sit down to talk, it becomes clear that both Nick and Toya have their own perspectives on the affair. This conversation is more than just about the past. It's also about understanding how they can move forward, whether that means rekindling their relationship or finding closure. The outcome of their discussion could change the course of both their lives, and viewers are left wondering how this heartfelt talk will impact their futures and the dynamics within their circle of friends. Thanks for joining us as we explored the exciting spoilers for the upcoming week of Coronation Street. With so many twists and turns on the horizon, including Carla's unexpected romantic developments and Jesse's surprising return, there's a lot to look forward to. We can't wait to see how the tensions unfold between Yasmin, Stu, and Mason, as well as the dramatic revelations from Gail's family. Make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our future updates and in-depth discussions. Share your thoughts in the comments below about what you're most excited to see next week. We love hearing from you and can't wait to dive into all the drama together.